Hi, I'm Martin Perea, videographer for New Mexico Department of Game and Fish. Today I'm going to teach you how to make traditional flour tortillas, a favorite in many hunt camps throughout the Southwest and a great complement to many wild game meals. We're going to use a few simple ingredients: all-purpose flour, pure lard, salt, baking powder, and water. Okay, let's get started. We'll start by adding 4 cups of all-purpose flour to a large bowl. Be sure to use a bowl that's big enough to give you plenty of room. I'm not being very precise with my measurements because flour tortillas are just not a precise recipe. Next, I'll add 2 teaspoons of baking powder. And 4 teaspoons of salt. Next, I'll add my lard. I've softened it in a microwave to make it easier to mix up. I like to mix up my dry ingredients and my lard with a large wire whisk. Be sure to take a little time getting it to mix up well, and it'll be easier to knead afterwards. You can substitute other types of oil if you'd prefer. I sometimes use coconut oil, and it makes a wonderful stack of tortillas. You can also use olive oil, vegetable oil, Crisco. The most traditional method is using lard. I have here 2 cups of water in a graduate, and I'm going to mix it into my flour slowly. I add the water gradually to get just the right consistency. If your dough is too dry and stiff, it won't roll well. And if it's too runny, it'll be too sticky and it'll be hard to roll as well. So there is a sweet spot in there to look for. And in a minute, I'll show you what that looks like when I have the dough outside of the bowl. I've intentionally made my dough a little too sticky so that I can show you how to fix that. Like I said earlier, it's not an exact science. If you have a little more flour or a little less flour, it's not going to hurt a thing. I like to be sure to convey that to people that I'm teaching because it makes it a little less scary to try it out. There's very little you can do to mess it up. So just have fun and make tortillas. Okay, now my dough is starting to look the way I want it to look. It's just firm enough. It's becoming nice and elastic without being too sticky. Anybody who's ever made tortillas or bread knows that there's no way to do it without handling the dough. So wash your hands before you get started. You should be doing that before you get started on anything in the kitchen. Always wash your hands. Okay, now that my dough is sat and rested for a little bit, I'm going to pinch off small pieces into little balls, just like that. Each one of those will be a tortilla. You just grab a hold of it, pinch a chunk off, give it a little roll, and set it aside. They don't have to be perfect. and they don't have to be exactly even. And there you have enough to make 10 tortillas. I start out by flattening the ball a little bit and then beginning to roll it lightly at first and then a little bit harder later. People ask me how I get my tortillas round, and my answer to that is just don't worry about it. Just roll them out with your volio. That's what this is. And try to get them as even as you can. They don't have to be perfect. As you can see, that's not perfect, but when I pick it up, it'll round out. I have on my stovetop a hot griddle. We call it a comal. I've brought it up to heat on high and then turned my burner down to medium. I have a cooling rack next to the stove where I'll put the hot tortilla. And then before the next tortilla comes off the comal, I'll put that one on the stack. The reason I do that is because if you go directly onto the stack, the condensation will cause them to be a little too moist and maybe even a little doughy. So we won't do that. Here comes my last tortilla. As you can see, it's round. And that's mostly because the dough is elastic, and when I pick it up off of the tabletop, it finds its own shape. If you like, you can check the back and see that it's ready to flip. And then pull it off the comal when it's done. So there you have it, a nice stack of warm flour tortillas, ready to enjoy with just about any meal, and they definitely go well with wild game. You can stack some elk fajitas on there, some crane carnitas, or just eat them next to some enchiladas. I hope you enjoyed this recipe, and if you did, please give us a few likes.